Hello, I'm MBX Toycat, and welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually with a lot of focus around the next major update for Minecraft console, which we're currently calling TU45. So some questions are about that, but some questions are about life and travel and the universe and stuff, and yeah, there's a good mix of them in there. And if you want to ask a question for next week, because it wasn't answered here, you can ask it either by following me at IBX Toycat, because I tweet out maybe once a week asking for questions, or you can leave it in the comments down below, and I pick kind of a combination of the two. If you don't know though, Twitter is kind of like the other half of YouTube. I'd recommend following me there anyway, just so you can keep up to date with my life and other video stuff. So yeah, with that said, I hope you do enjoy QnA Saturday. Like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like the QnA stuff. And also keep in mind, the background gameplay is me working on the sugarcane farm, but it's a really long way up, so I kind of got bored and started messing around, and the weirdest thing happened. You'll see it when you see it. But yeah, with that said, let's get straight into the first question, which comes in from, by the way, here's the tweet, but which comes in from the Derpy Derplings, who says, at IBX Toycat, what is your favorite feature from Title Update 43? So, what is my favorite feature from the update that just came out? It's really hard because I've been really loving banners. I spent a solid like 3-4 hours playing around them yesterday because there's just so many different things you can do, and I love the banners a lot. But I think it's still going to have to be the rare enchantments, so that would be Frostwalker and Mending, because that Mending is such a powerful enchantment and Frostwalker is such a cool enchantment. The fact that they're both only found through doing all these weird things means that you now have incentive to explore other parts of the game, and I think they mean your gear, the top level gear is going to go up, the end game's going to go better, and if you play Minecraft for hours a day or like hours a week like I do, then it's going to be really good because there's new stuff for you to get, new challenges for you to embark upon, and I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, treasure enchantments are probably still my favourite new feature from Title Update 43, and let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Zach Fulmer 99. So he says, at IBX Toycat, hey Toycat, any plans to go skydiving? PS you rock. Thank you very much, Zach Fulmer. But yeah, do I have plans to go skydiving? I did for the longest time. I really like doing crazy stuff that's like slightly outside my comfort zone, because that's how life works and whatnot. But yeah, I really like doing that generally, but skydiving is something I really wanted to do until I spoke to someone who was just like, oh yeah, so my mother actually works in an ice hospital, and every like month or so there's a case of retinal detachment from it. And then I looked it up because I was like, okay, she's messing with me, but retinal detachment is a real thing. Apparently, if you want to Google it and be horrified about skydiving, you can, but every now and then, like, your retina will just detach, and if you don't know what a retina is, you're in good luck because you're not going to feel horrified right now. But as someone who has bad eyesight, apparently it's slightly more likely to happen to me, and I could do without my retinas being detached. I like them quite firmly attached to my eyes, so I think what I might do instead is like do one of those indoor skydiving simulator things just to feel what it's like, but because it's really expensive to do in a real thing anyway. So yeah, would I like to go skydiving? Yes. Am I going to? I worry no. I mean, if there's a good situation, I'll do it, but I'm not going to go too far out of my way to skydive. So yeah, that's the answer to your question. Let's move into the next one, which comes in from Creeper King 04. So at IBX Toycat, when do you think 1.9/1.10 will have a full release on console? So when do you think the rest of those features will be coming out? And honestly, even though they strongly hinted there's an update coming out before the end of the year, or at least they like to have an update out before the end of the year, I think is the exact quote. I worry that the next, having the rest of the 1.9 and the rest of 1.10 finished within 2 months, because like I mentioned in the 1.10 leak video, that means that they have to, even if they started the moment they got back from Minecon, which was a week ago now, they'd have to work like for 2 months non-stop and get it all done before the end of November, then get it all certified in time. That sounds like a lot of craziness. However, on the counter side of it, just because, I was thinking about it for a really long time, I then realized that after they finished Tumble, which was, I think, the end of August, the start of September, it was like three weeks or something like that before this update started to come out, which I knew had some previous work on it, but still, so maybe if they can, power through it, maybe if they can be like, okay, so we'll get jewel building done this week, we'll get all the end stuff done next week, and then this, it could be coming out before the end of the year, but a part of me goes, is that really too likely? 2 months for an update this size? We won't find out until it comes out, but if I had to guess, I'm still going to keep my December free, because there's going to be something then. We just don't know how much, what, or when. So, yeah, with that said, let's move on to the next question, shall we? Which comes in from some guy named Mike, who says, Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered? So, if you don't know what this is talking about, it's the new Call of Duty game. Basically, it's both a new game, which is Infinite Warfare, and a remastering of Call of Duty 4. Everyone probably knows that, but just in case you didn't, there you go. And basically, most people have said, yeah, I'm not playing Infinite Warfare, I'm just playing Modern Warfare Remastered. But I think, yeah, you know what, honestly, that game, okay, so even though there's like a vocal, it's definitely a YouTube community, I think, that says like Modern Warfare Remastered is the only game they'll play. I get why that is, because so many people love that game, and I really love it too. I really want to play it, but I think Infinite Warfare is going to be the more popular game. I think Infinite Warfare is going to be the cooler games in terms of just pure content, and I think I might make a few videos on it, just because, like, I feel like no one else is going to be, and I feel like there's going to be, like, a niche market for it there. So yeah, I'll be playing Infinite Warfare when it comes out, and I might even, like, make a stream or a video or something like that on it, because everyone in the world has this big, like, oh yeah, I don't like space shooters, like boots on the ground stuff, but I love space shooters. I feel like this is the evolution of, the first-person shooter, and yeah, I'm just the opposite for everyone. It's like when Battlefield 1 came out, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I really wanted World War 1, and I'm like, no, these guns all suck. Like, I want to go into the future, not the past. If I want to relive the past, I could go to, like, a real shooting range and just jam my gun over it, The point being, I prefer... I think I'm going to prefer Infinite Warfare, but I'm also going to play a lot of Modern Warfare Remastered. It's just I think that's going to be very saturated on YouTube, so I'm probably not going to stream it in any particular case. But we'll see. There's like a month to go. My opinions will probably change like 50 times between now and then, as I think is normal. So let's move into the next question, which comes in from Richard Myers, who says, "Hey Toycat, with the latest information about bigger multiplayer, do you think the current minigames will support 16 players in future?" So, do I think the current minigames will be upgraded like the rest of the game? When 16-player multiplayer comes, I imagine a big focus of it will be the minigames, because they mentioned how they, they started working on it like 6 months ago or something. That was the same time Battle was coming out. So if I had to guess, the original plan for Battle was for it to be 16 players, and honestly, I think they would definitely add it in there, because Build Battle is a minigame I can't see making sense with 8 players. Like, with 16, you can just about argue, okay, this works out, but with 8, I don't see it making sense. So I think it will have to be with minigames. If not, it might come to minigames first, because it makes more sense there. And even though there's a lot of times where I'd want to play battles with only 8 players, I think they'll always have an option for 16. And again, I think a lot of their battle idea was for 16. But maybe that's just me, drawing 2 correlations together that weren't there. But that's just my opinion on 16-player multiplayer, Richard Myers. So yeah, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Sage Omnivore 500, who says, "At IBX Toycat, how can I get beetroot in my old worlds? Brackets, console." So, how to get beetroot in an old world? Sadly, I do not think you can. I thought that'd be like some clever drop from, like, a zombie or something. As far as I can tell, the only way to get beetroot or beetroot seeds is to go to a village, or if you luckily don't have a part of your world which is generated, try and find any naturally generated chest, because abandoned mineshaft chests can have beetroot seeds now, and so can dungeon chests and a few other types of chests that are coming. So, yeah, basically, if you can find any chests which haven't generated yet, not only can you find those new books like Mending and Frostwalker, but you might just find beetroot seeds. And if you don't have that yet, then you're going to have to just, I guess, wait. And I imagine they'll add some way to get them for existing worlds at some point. But right now, we're kind of out of luck. So sadly, that's the case, Sage Omnivore. But let's move into the next question, which comes in from Epic Knight 101, who says, "Do you like pineapple pizza? And what softwares do you use to make your videos? Love your vids." So thank you very much, Epic Knight. But what software do I use to make my video, first of all? The less contentious of the questions. I use a lot of different software, actually. I use Audacity for recording the audio, the stuff you're hearing right now. I use the Elgato just default software for recording that, because I assume it's the best. Sometimes I use OBS for streaming, and then I use Premiere Pro to edit the two together and add the stuff like, the comments on screen, and that's how I edit and make my videos. And then I upload using my browser, funnily enough. Anyway, so let's move on to the more important thing. How do you like pineapple pizza? No, I don't understand pineapple pizza at all, honestly. Like, it's mixing a savory with a sweet. Like, pizza's really great, don't get me wrong. I love me some pizza. I love me some pineapple. But pineapple's like one of the best fruit. I've gone over this a whole bunch of times. It's definitely one of the best, but I don't want fruit on a pizza. If you were like, oh yeah, why don't we put some apple slices on there? I'd be like, no, dude, take the apple off my pizza. And this is exactly how I feel with pineapple. Like, no, keep it away from the pizza. Maybe like pineapple and pizza, but no pineapple pizza ever. Get it away. I honestly just, like, if you like pineapple pizza, your opinion is wrong, I'm afraid to say. Anyway, with that said, let's stop offending like 40% of people and move into the next question, which comes in from Freddie Harness, which I'm not sure if it's like a real name or if it's like a reference to Jack Harness or whatever. But anyway, they say, "At IBX Toycat, are we all invited to your housewarming?" And then the crying emoji face, which I don't know how I saw that in my browser. But yeah, is everyone invited to my housewarming? Of course you all are. Just bring along, a drink, a packet of crisps, or I guess like a bag of crisps. Why is a packet of crisps into a bag? But yeah, just bring something along and you can come. Obviously, can't share the address, so you're going to have to just like vaguely show up in London and hope that you find my house. But yeah, sure. Everyone come along. Bring your stuff along, and maybe they will have a great little party together. So, of course, you're all invited. So let's move to the next question. That was a useful answer, right? Which comes in from Cat O'Lantern, or Cat Lover, apparently. Nice name, by the way. Who says, do you think that we will get a secret feature for a console exclusive? If so, what? So honestly, 4J Studios seem to be very hesitant to do console exclusives, and I kind of get why on that front, because they're kind of porting the game more than making it, and I wish they would make like tiny console exclusives and kind of test the waters, but it doesn't seem like that's actually their desire right now. So do I think we'll get console exclusive secret features? We get tiny ones every now and then, such as they improve the banners and item frames. Tiny stuff like that clearly seems to make its way over, but they don't want to make like just whole brand new like mobs and stuff like that, like the Pocket Edition crew, which I kind of get in some ways and kind of think, why don't they do it in others? So yeah, do I think we'll get it? No. If we do get it, it's usually smaller stuff. And if you're listening right now, 4J, they're not, by the way, but let's pretend they are. Why don't we make fishing way more fun on console? Why don't we make it so that it takes like half the time? Or why don't we make it so, that your, like, fishing rod can have a secret console enchantment? I don't know. I'd like to see tiny changes to the game. Nothing that's, like, offensive. Just like, oh, yeah, this makes the game just a little bit better and cool and exclusive. That's what I like. That's what I kind of like on the Pocket Edition. Like, they made the Wither fight have Wither skeletons. Just small stuff like that I do quite like. So, yeah, that's just in case anyone was listening, but they're not. Anyway, with that said, let's move to the final question already, shall we? Which comes in from Iron Zombie 8. And I picked this one because we seem to have at least one question about another country in the world every single video. So why don't we get this travel question, which is, do you plan on visiting any other planets? I'm asking because you seem very interested in travel. So, yeah, I guess I am interested in travel, maybe more than above the average for most people. And yeah, I find travel a lot of fun. I've been to a lot of places, and I'd like to go to like everywhere if that was a thing that was possible. But yeah, so do I plan on visiting other planets though? To directly answer the question, yeah, I'd like to. Like, it'd be cool if like within my lifetime you could just visit Mars, but there's going to be a whole range of issues of visiting other planets, and realistically, I think in my lifetime it won't be possible, because even Mars. So Mars is the closest planet. It's roughly habitable. Like, it's all cold there, but like not much colder than like Greenland or anything. So it's just like going to a really cold place and warming up and stuff. But once you go past all the issues of, okay, you can get there, somehow you can get back, and somehow you're gonna get there in less than like a year, because the travel time from Earth to Mars, a lot of people think they're really close by because you see them on a map that way. It's such a vast distance. Like, it's like several hundred Earths, I want to say, between the Earth and Mars. So yeah, really, really big distance. Is going to take months or years or something like that to get from Earth to Mars. But then once you've got past that issue, there's the whole issue of the internet. So the internet can't just magically transfer to Mars. What you're going to have to do is you have to get like a server in space, and the latency on that, even at light speed, is going to be some amount of minutes. So you can't do anything online. You can't like video call people. You can't play like online games because like that. That's a ping of not only 1,000 something. It's a ping of like 120,000. So yeah, your ping makes any game playing impossible, makes like calling anyone impossible, it makes like any video calls entirely impossible. It's like a one-way street, except that one way is delayed. If you want to watch something live, it's got another 2 minutes delay on it, so you can't watch any live streams, for instance. If you wanted to watch videos, that's going to take so long to send a video worth of information over space, and that's if we can somehow even get some form of relay across. That's the fastest possible solution. Realistically, you just won't have internet Mars, and that means I'm spending like years of my life without the internet, and this is a pretty important thing. So yeah, would I like to visit other planets? Yes. Is it practical? Not in my lifetime. And if you're watching this video and you're above the age of like 0, then it's probably not practical in your lifetime either. That's a bummer. You know what? Let's just jump on the wistful train of, oh yes, totally, let's go to all the planets. So yeah, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. Hope you learned something about the Minecraft or my life or the universe. If you did all like the video, like it, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like these sorts of things. Share if you liked it, subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel. Well, QnA Saturdays once a week, but it's what I say at the end of every video, so it's fine. And if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your channel. So I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.